In this Q&A video, we're going to answer the question, should this consumer unit relocation kit be made out of metal? We've decided to answer this question following the response to a video that Gary and Rick made on this product from Wiska that's designed to help you when relocating a consumer unit. It uses Wago Top Job connectors to help quickly and easily extend circuits when moving a consumer unit to a new position. Now, when we launched the video demonstrating the features of this relocation kit, there were quite a few comments regarding the material that the enclosure was made from, with many suggesting that as it was replacing a metal consumer unit, that it should also be made out of metal, not plastic, and some even quoting regulation 421.1.201 as evidence. So, should it be made out of metal? Well, let's look at that regulation and see what it has to say. Within domestic or household premises, consumer units and similar switchgear assemblies shall comply with BSEN 61439-3 and shall 1. Have their enclosure manufactured from non-combustible material, or 2. Be enclosed in a cabinet or enclosure constructed from non-combustible material and complying with regulation 132.12. Note: ferrous metal, e.g. steel, is deemed to be an example of a non-combustible material. Okay, so I think that most of us are happy that the relocation kit is not a consumer unit, but it's that similar switchgear assemblies bit that seems to throw people off a bit. So again, let's let the regs speak for themselves by looking at what's meant by switchgear assemblies in the definitions section. Switchgear: an assembly of main and auxiliary switching equipment for operation, regulation, protection, or other control of an electrical installation. So the first thing that leaps out at us there is the specific mention, as you might expect, of switching equipment. Looking at the relocation kit, you can see that there's absolutely no switches in here at all. There's connectors for sure, and you could be thinking, well, let's stretch this point as the levers could be considered switches, but the definition goes on to suggest some purposes of the switches, namely operation, regulation, protection, or other control. This relocation box is not for operating any equipment or circuit. It isn't regulating any aspect of the electricity flowing into it. There's no protective devices in here. And finally, it isn't controlling anything. It is simply for connectors. So no, this relocation kit is not a consumer unit nor switchgear by any conceivable stretching of the definitions in the regs. However, it is a valid point to be concerned about fire in electrical installations. After all, that's why the regulations were first produced. So let's return to section 4 of the regulations and look at the follow-up regulation to the one we previously quoted. This time it's 421.1.6, which reads: materials used for the construction of enclosures of electrical equipment shall comply with the resistance to heat and fire requirements in an appropriate product standard. Where no product standard exists, the materials of an enclosure shall withstand the highest temperature likely to be produced by the electrical equipment in normal use. So while the enclosure surrounding the Wago Top Jobs may not need to be metal according to 421.1.201, it does need to comply with other standards. You can rest assured that this product has been through a glow test and is good up to 650 degrees C. If anything inside there is getting hotter than that, then you've got bigger problems elsewhere in the installation. If you'd like to know more about connections and connectors in electrical installations, then check out our free training package that we've created to help you with your CPD by clicking the link in the description below. And thank you very much for watching.